a stomach, because our stomach acid is around 3.5 to 5.5, which is highly acidic, okay? So our stomach acids really are highly acidic. And so some things that are considered acidic are spicy foods and caffeinated beverages. Caffeinated beverages like coffee, tea, and energy drinks can cause acid reflux and heartburn. They also irritate the esophagus or weaken the lower esophageal sphincter. This leads to the backward flow of stomach contents, so it just gets up and say, okay, I have heartburn. This is going on. So let's look at some type of the stuff. So the pH of coffee is 4. The pH of black tea is 4.9 to 5.5. The pH of green tea is 7 to 10. Okay? So remember we told you the higher the value is, the better it is for you. The pH of energy drinks, like there's some energy drinks that you can buy to keep you going, but there's a lot of sugar in those. That's a 3.4. Okay, because remember, let's go over those again. pH 0 is a high level of acidity. pH 7 is a neutral level of acidity. And pH 14 is a basic level of acidity, which we contribute to being alkaline. And that's what we want to be in, that alkaline. Okay, let's look at citrus fruit. The pH of lemon is 2.2 to 2.4. The pH of grapefruit is 3.0 to 3.7, and the pH of oranges is 3.0 to 4.0. Okay? Now remember, but sometimes some of the foods still can be alkaline, even though those levels are low, but they're still water-based fruits. They're still water-based plants. Okay? The myth that peppermint or spearmint can soothe our digestive tract, this is wrong. High doses of spearmint can cause acid reflux and heartburn. Also, if you consume peppermint tea every day, you double your risk for developing heartburn. All you have to do here is to reduce your consumption. The pH of peppermint tea is 6 to 7. Tomatoes, but if you're drinking too much of it, then you're going to, take the chances of increasing that it's going to then become acidic. So it's not about with the tea, it's about how much of it you're drinking. Tomatoes, with the tea, it's about how much you're drinking. So tomatoes are highly acidic and can cause heartburn. If you eat them too much, you can use sour candies as an antidote if you do develop heartburn, okay, from the tomatoes. They promote saliva production and is good for acid reflux. And saliva neutralizes that acid that comes up from your stomach. The pH of tomatoes is 4.3 to 4.9. The pH of tomato juice is 4.1 to 4.6. The pH of tomato puree is 4.3 to 4.5. Okay? And so remember, the lower the number, the more acidic it is. That's what, and then 7, and so let's go back. 7 is a neutral level for acidity, and 14 is when you're going over into the alkaline side, which is a good side, okay? This one is big. Alcohol beverages like wine or beer stimulate the production of acid in the stomach, and in moderate or excessive intake can lead to heartburn from one side. Alcohol relaxes the sphincter value, but from another side, it damages the lining of the esophagus. The pH of wine is 2.5 to 4.5. But remember, red wine is a healthy wine. Remember that too. So also, fatty foods, including fried foods, are risky to eat because they allow more stomach acid to back up into the esophagus. And then products to avoid are deep fried food, French fries, onion rings, and chips. And then also, fatty dairy products like cheese, they have a pH of 5.1 to 5.9. Whole milk is 4.1 to 5.3, and butter is 6.7 to 6.9. Yogurt is 4.4 to 4.6. Wow, that's something for you to think about. Listen, yogurt is 4.4 to 4.6. That's getting on the low end again. Fatty meat and fatty cuts of beef, pork, or lamb, bacon fat, ham fat, and lard has a pH balance of 5.8. Okay? And when you're eating like a lot of meats, your body has to work harder to be able to process this. It really does. Also, nuts and cashews, they have a value of 5.9. Walnuts have a value of 5.4. And also, one other thing is those greasy foods, you want to be able to stay away from them. And then not all nuts have those values. Some nuts are really, really high and alkaline. You just have to be sure that you understand what nuts to eat and not to eat too much of them. Okay? Fizzy drinks might seem like they do no harm, but they are actually really risky to drink. They're carbonated beverages, okay? Put you at risk of getting acid reflux. Bubbles from these drinks expand in your stomach, put pressure on the sphincter, and push your stomach acids back into the food pipe. And that's what sodas do. Boy, now I want you to really realize how bad sodas are. Remember, the lower the number you go, the more acidic that the actual product that you're putting into your system is. Soda carries a pH balance of 2.37, okay, 2.82, depending on the type of soda, and 3.24. So you have to be careful when you're drinking. I don't recommend drinking any type of soda. I tell my husband, stop drinking soda. So for those who already have acid reflux, it is not recommended to eat garlic. Moreover, it can cause heartburn and an upset stomach. Onions, especially raw, because a lot of times you go eat a sandwich and next thing you know, your stomach is hurting. You go to the bathroom because you got a burger with raw onions on it. And we all know that story. And and you just don't want that. So if you already have acid reflux, that's something dangerous that you should not be eating. And onions, the pH of garlic is 5.8, and the pH of red onions are 5.30 and 5.8. Here are some foods you should limit if you don't want them to affect your health. Corn oil, sugar, molasses, maple syrup, processed honey, and salt, mayonnaise, soy sauce, and vinegar, grains, corns, white rice, and some also wheats. And so these are some of the things that I want people to take into effect of what you want. What you put out there is what you get back. If you're not eating healthy, then you're not going to be healthy. If you're eating all the wrong foods and you're snapping off at people, you don't feel comfortable, you're mad all the time, think about, is it my diet? Is it what I'm eating? Is it my hormones? Think about all these things, because everything is cause and effect. Everything that you do is energy. Everything is around energy. I don't care what it is. It's all around energy. And that's why I brought in Albert Einstein, one of his sayings about everything goes back to energy, no matter what it is. So look at your body as a big piece of energy and just say, am I positive energy or negative energy? Do I want to be positive? Am I putting positive vibrations out into the universe of what I'm doing with myself? Or am I speaking negativity and creating a universal zone of negativity around myself? Or am I, promoting what I need to be able to do in order for me to be healthy and to be able to be in a space of positivity? And so why not start with nutritional purposes first? Why not start with the nutrition, what's going to keep your body going? Why not give your body the nutrition that it desperately needs to be able to be healthy? Because without your health, you're nothing. So let's stay on track and on tune of our health. And a lot of times I like coaching on life coaching. But today, for whatever reason, I just wanted to coach on this. And it's about what you're putting in the universe. I was having a conversation with my husband. Actually, I remember the first of the year I woke up and I told my husband, this was on New Year's Day, and I told my husband, I said, you know what? I am going to be in a positive space. It's very important to me that I stay in a positive space. And anything negative, I'm just not interested in dealing with. And it was just a New Year's resolution I made. Nothing was wrong. I just wanted to have I just wanted my universe to really be purposeful. And I just wanted to have this deep sense of connection to my purpose. And I knew that if I wanted to stay within my purpose, or feel like I was operating in my purpose, or feel like I was moving towards my purpose, or feel like I was going into my purpose, I needed to become whole. And this is part of it. It's part of you becoming whole, to be who you're designed to be, to walk and step in your purpose. But how can you walk and step in your purpose if you're not eating healthy? And, you're just upset all the time. You're not sleeping right. And you're gaining weight. You're angry all the time. You don't like how you're looking. You don't like how you're feeling. So how can you be in your purpose? So how can you achieve optimal wellness if your mind, body, spirit, and soul is not in tune with everything, with each other. Okay? And so that's that gravitational pull of either negativity or positivity. And so, and then again, it's that gravitational pull of removing people away from you who are negative. Negative people. If you're around in a room full of people and they're drinking all day, what are you doing in the room if you're trying to be positive? If you're in a room full of people and those people are just doing all the wrong things and plotting on people, what are you doing in that room? Wouldn't you rather be in a room of people that's plotting on doing something better for the future? They have a good plot. This movie has a wonderful plot. Wouldn't you be able to want your life to be played out to say that life was well spent? This person had a full life. This person really, really had a meaningful life. This person touched so many lives. They touched so many people with positive vibrations, positive reactions, just positive interactions. Okay, so if you want that, okay, let's get healthy first. Let's get healthy, and then let's work on our mindset. Our mindset is getting healthy, and our mindset is getting healthy in nutrition. Our mindset is getting healthy in what it's going to take, whether it's the people around us, whether it's and it's sometimes you can reach back and help other people. You don't have to forget about people. Sometimes it's just one word that you can say, or sometimes when people see you and you just have a different outlook and you have a glow about you. You have a glow about your personality and the way you resonate across to them when you're talking. You can change so many lives. You can make people want better, see better, do better. And in order for you to want people to see, do, and want better, you have to be better. And that's the life part of this lesson. If you want better, you got to be better. If you want better, you got to do better. If you want to do better in life, you got to have the energy that you need. You have to have the nutrition that you need. You can't run a 50-yard dash and break a record and you're not eating right. You're doing all the wrong things. So start doing all the right things with your body. So I'm just happy to get up and share this with you today. I'm happy to be able to do this with you today. And guess what? I love you. I love who's listening to me. I love who's becoming an audience, because guess what? I want to give you my all. I want to give you my best, because life is all about giving. It's not always about receiving. And I just thank God that for the people in my life, my children, my grandchildren, my husband. I just thank God for my friends. I thank God for the people that I haven't yet to meet, that I'm going to meet, the path that I'm on, and my purpose. And I want you to have the same outlook and the same thought. And so, with that being said, it's almost time for us to go. I just want to tell you about our upcoming session on love next week, coaching with one of my buddies, coaching with Amber, and then another upcoming session that we're going to bring my husband to the mic, and another couple, my brother and his wife, which is so interesting. They met, they've been married over 20-something years, and it's different sides of the spectrum. They were married over 20 years, and they met and were married within 30 days when they met. And they're still together, and they're booming and succeeding in life. And they're a power couple, my brother and his wife. And then there's me and my husband on the other side of the spectrum. I was kind of torn up a little bit in life, and I had gotten off of a bad relationship, and I was tired of coming up with all these zeros. And I was like, I'm not dating anybody else for a long time until I get myself together, and I'm going to know what's important to me. I'm not jumping into any more endless relationships. So I made my husband wait for a whole year to go on a date. And you got to hear this story. It is so funny, because he kept coming and coming and coming, but I was healing and healing and healing. And I said, if he keeps coming, we'll see where this is going to go. And we did this for a whole year, but you got to hear this whole story. We did it for a whole year, and it's a good story. And here we are 15 years later. And so it's about the opposite sides of love, but love is love. And so we're going to get into Amber and I session first about love, and then we're going to get into the couple session the next week about love. So with that being said, you can listen to season 1 in its entirety on our website or on the platforms that I gave you earlier. If you're interested in any of our products, or our podcast in its entirety of season 1, you can go to www